Sounds good. Some more of that.
Move.
You rang?
No, I was calling her.
30 clubs in 15 days starts now.
It is the final one from the Grapefruit League. Welcome into 30 Clubs in 15 days, presented by T-Mobile. And it is a picture-perfect day at Ed Smith Stadium, where the Orioles are trying to tap into the success they found over the past 2 seasons. I'm Sierra Santos. He is Jake Peavy. Jake, I got to say, straight off the bat, what has impressed me the most about these guys, and I've been interviewing them for the last couple years, these young stars, is their maturity. They sound different. They're moving different. They're way more comfortable in all of their interviews.
You're starting to see that, that's for sure. And I just think back to myself being a young major league player. It's very hard to come up and be yourself in anything. You're just trying to hold on. I don't care how big of a prospect you are. They've done an incredible job of bringing up this homegrown talent. You're starting to see they're comfortable in the big leagues. They're comfortable with their routine. They can be more themselves, especially on camera.
Comfortable in front of the camera.
Feels good in Orioles camp, that's for sure.
Including Gunnar Henderson, who you know personally, who you have watched grow up before your very eyes.
Yeah, no, it's fun. As a major league player, when I would be home, I was always coaching my little ones. Gunnar and my oldest son are the same age, played baseball. Get a chance to be around Gunnar, do some fishing and hunting, but also coach him playing baseball some. Truly remarkable to watch what he's been able to do. Big shout out to everybody back in Selma, Alabama, and the Henderson family. We're all very proud.
Gunnar is coming off the best season by an Orioles shortstop since Cal Ripken Jr. He finished with a 9.1 WAR, third best in the AL behind Aaron Judge and Bobby Witt Jr. We caught up with the O's star shortstop.
Feeling good, progressing really well right now. Everything's feeling good. I got to take some ground balls today, swung a little bit more, so we're making strides in the right direction.
I saw you sitting in on a bullpen session, just getting looks. It's got to be the toughest thing. Everybody else getting reps that you're not getting.
Yeah, at this point, it's just going to be getting the amount of at-bats I feel I need to be ready. So, like I said, I'm progressing pretty well, so I should be able to get that done.
Well, you look pretty ready in last year's campaign, a single-season record by an Orioles shortstop in home runs. How do you follow that up?
Just go out there and continue to build off the experiences that I've learned. There were some good and bad ones last year, so really using those to fuel this year, and just trying to get out there and win some playoff games this year.
We talk about team chemistry and camaraderie. I know you know what that's about. Talk to me about what's happening at this house in spring training. You got about 6 of you in there?
Yeah, six guys. Yeah, it's built more and more each year. So, yeah, the guys are Adley, Cowser, Westberg, Mountie, myself, and then Zach Eflin.
Give me a typical afternoon. What are we doing?
So
I know video game is a huge
usually
part.
some Mario Karts mixed in there.
That's you.
Yep. Yep, that. We got a pool table. If it's hot enough, we'll get in the pool, but usually ends up fishing, getting some fish in at the end of the night.
We have a social question. It's from Anna. She wants to know, what was your reaction to the all-orange jerseys?
So I'm kind of a fan of them. I like them. It's more of a vintage feel. I'm kind of an old soul, especially when it comes to music and stuff. So
Like them Auburn Tigers, too, that's orange.
Right. All orange. So orange is right up my alley. So.
Okay, when it comes to music, what is Gunnar listening to then?
It's a lot of classic rock, mix some hard rock when I'm working out, and then country. So rock and country.
I didn't wear these camo shoes out here for nothing.
Yeah, we love a rock and roll kid. Let's go.
Hey, Alabama always comes out.
You can't hide it. Look, little redneck Riviera going on down here. It sounds like Gunnar. We appreciate the time. We hope you're healthy. Wish you the best season, buddy.
Appreciate it. Thank y'all.
Well, Henderson had an incredible 2024. 2023 belonged to O's reliever Felix Bautista. The Mountain posted a 1.48 ERA with 110 strikeouts in 61 innings. He's looking lean in his return from Tommy John surgery, shedding 15 pounds with a clean diet. I asked him how it feels to be back on the mound.
Me siento muy bien, gracias a Dios, agradecido.
Yeah, I feel really good, thank God. I feel like I'm very thankful being where I'm at right now after this entire process is really satisfying after all the hard work I put in, but I do feel really good right now.
What did you miss the most?
Yeah, I missed everything. You know, warming up in the bullpen, running to the mound, entering the game, feeling that adrenaline that I get when the fans are cheering me on. I think, you know, I missed all of it, you know, facing new hitters, you know, so I missed just about everything.
You have some new faces in the bullpen. How's the chemistry out there?
I'd say we have a lot of Latin guys back there right now, and we all get along really well. Even the new guys that we've added, I've known from before their time here. So, you know, it's a lot of fun back there, for sure.
You decided to add a cutter. When did you decide to do that?
Yeah, I decided to add it as part of my throwing program in my rehab process. I liked the way that it felt, how it moved. And, you know, because of those things, I decided to continue on with it and continue working on it. And I feel like so far I've gotten good results with it.
Felix, felicidades. The mountain is back.
Gracias.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Jake, let's go over to you.
All right, Sierra, thanks. I'm here with Jackson Holliday. Jackson, I'm not going to lie to you. Seeing you in that Holliday face, I've got a little PTSD from facing your father one too many times and him getting the better of me. So it's certainly nice to talk to you and not have to face another Holliday. How's camp going, buddy?
Doing good. Yeah, happy to be here. Excited with the progress that I made, and I'm excited for this team and get the season rolling.
It's probably nice to just punch through, get to the big league jitters out of the way, and just kind of get the talk behind us and play baseball. In that first whirlwind of an experience, what's some of the stuff that you've learned in the big leagues?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it didn't go the way that I would have hoped, or I guess the team we would have liked to make a little bit longer run in the playoffs, but it was a good learning experience. Obviously, we play a game of failure, and to be able to go up there and fail and go back down and come back up and have a little bit more success, it was a good experience, and I'm excited for this year.
All right, let's talk about the swing. I read some stuff where the toe tap was coming in and the leg kick was going. What's the swing adjustments? Has there been any this offseason?
Yeah. I mean, towards the end of the last year, kind of messing with the toe tap, honestly just in the cage trying to hit like Shohei Ohtani one day, and just kind of went with it, and we were like, hey, that looks pretty good. So I rolled it out there, rolled it out there in the last few games of the season, played pretty well, and kind of built off that during the off season, and then kind of honing it back into more of kind of me, and that's kind of what I've been rolling with for the past week or so, of a little bit not as high out here hands and a little bit back to where I'm comfortable, and it's felt really good, so I'm happy with it.
Ask Vlad Jr. the same question. How much, I know you and your dad talk a lot, how in the weeds do you get after a game? Do you have to ask for advice, or is he calling, wanting to give it?
No, it's a very easy relationship. Honestly, sometimes we don't even really talk about hitting.
That's
just call home, see how everyone's doing, check on my brother. He's kind of
see how his pickleball game's doing.
Yeah. See if he's still healthy. You know, he's been battling some hip stuff with the pickleball, and so he's probably gonna be upset.
Is he still working out like a major leaguer?
Oh yeah. He can still outlift all of us, and
I love it.
He's about as competitive as they come. But yeah, the conversations are very easy.
Well, I can tell you this, Jackson, as a former player, seeing the game at where it is today, young players like yourself, the game's in good hands. I appreciate the way you go about it, buddy.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
Appreciate it.
I'm here with two-time All-Star, face of the Baltimore Orioles and our game, Adley Rutschman. Adley, how are you, buddy? How's camp going?
It's great. You guys are excited to be out here, ready for another go at it, and thanks for having me on.
About a week out or so, team's starting to come together. Talk to me about new faces. You got Charlie Morton. You've got some new faces around with some experience. How's that been?
Oh, it's been great. Just awesome to see like guys coming in, just meshing so well with the team. Like we got such a great group, and guys just always want to do stuff together, hang out, and it seems like everyone's getting along great. And I think everyone's just ready to get going.
We're talking pitching. We're talking getting to know pitching. What's the pitch calling process like?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that goes into it for us. Just with now we got the analytics department, pitching coaches, pitcher himself.
So who do you meet with prior to a series? We're going to play the Yankees. You're going to sit down with obviously your pitching bullpen coach.
Yep.
And any analytic front office department?
So Ryan Klemick does a lot of like kind of the analytical pitch calling and So we'll meet with pitching coach, pitcher, Ryan, me, and we'll all sit down and we'll all talk about it before games. And so it's kind of almost like a mesh of like analytics, what we're seeing, what I'm feeling, what the pitcher's feeling, and you kind of just try and combine it all into this concoction of, you know, the right approach basically, which is, you know, it's there's conversations in between innings too. Like stuff could change in game, so like you got to make adjustments on the fly, and it's all part of it.
I want to know new school box. Obviously, we're seeing where every pitch is, and you can't get these right here. Typical setup. Are you setting up down the middle? Or are you? I want to know how you set up, and then I want to know target-wise what you believe in.
Yeah, so we kind of have like it's.
I'll take this.
So it's kind of changed over the years, and I think it really depends on the guy we got on the mound.
Right.
Like it's.
I love it.
That's Cowser. Anyway, so for us, it depends a lot on like who we got on the mound, like, and I guess what the goal of that particular pitch is. Like if we got a guy who's trying to be on the edges and we're like okay with the pitch being a ball, I'm gonna be a little bit more aggressive with my target versus if we're trying to like land something for a strike, I'm gonna be on the plate. And
you got to be in today's world, right?
you have to be. And I mean, for us, we definitely we value throwing strikes over throwing balls. Like getting ahead on hitters is definitely like going to put us in a better position for I guess our expected results.
What is the art of framing, or a young catcher listening that has not a whole lot of instruction? What does that look like? Just thumb underneath the ball, the low ball.
Yeah, I mean,
ball, catching it deep.
Like I guess how I think about it too is like every pitch that is a strike, I have to get that to be called a strike, right? Like a lot of the like if I botch a pitch that's over the plate and I get it called a ball, that's really gonna I need to get all the strikes that I can. Getting pitches that are ball called strikes is, you know, it's kind of secondary, but like my goal is just to give the umpire the best look at the ball that I can, because you know, he's the guy who's
need him.
Yeah, exactly. So if I can give him a good look and show him that it's over the plate or at a good height level, I'm trying to, if a guy's throwing a slider over the right side of the plate, I'm trying to cut off as much distance as I can, get my thumb under the ball and give him a good look so that, you know, hopefully you can see that it was over the plate at a good height. But when I'm starting, I guess when my glove's traveling laterally and I catch a ball on the plate and move off, and then try and pull back to where I think it was, it's not going to look as good. So it's I don't know, it's all about just trying to give the umpire as good of a look as I can.
All right, Adley, look, I appreciate all the time, my man. Look, what a conversation. We talked a little catching. It's no surprise at your success. Keep going. Take care of my boy Gunnar, would you?
All right, I will. Thank you for having me on.
Sierra, back to you. Look out for these Orioles.
Thanks, Jake. Colton Cowser, you came so close to winning Rookie of the Year. What's on deck for the sophomore season?
Yeah, I think just putting together a solid second campaign here. I think the big thing is just trying to learn and improve whatever things I can that I lacked last year. I think that overall it was a really solid rookie year, and it's one of those things that going into a second season, you don't want to try and have the same mistakes that you had the year prior.
So what is planned for the off day? Are we doing another Lego building competition?
I know Gunnar and I are planning on it. I don't know when exactly we're heading to the Lego store. We're going to see what new sets are coming out, Star Wars-wise, and we're going to see what we can do.
Last time we talked, one of the last times we spoke, you were still using your dad's Netflix account. Did you finally get your own?
I did get my own.
Let's go.
Yeah, I know.
Let's go. You're such a grown-up now.
Yeah, I know. It was one of the rules with, I guess Netflix said there's too many households, I guess, whatever, when I logged in. So ended up having to grow up, and I don't even, ended up making my own account, so.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Good luck this season. It's always great to catch up with you.
Yeah, really appreciate it. Thank you.
Cowser only had a cup of coffee in 2023, but last season he showed Orioles fans why Baltimore selected him 5th overall in the first round of the 2021 draft. He hit 24 homers and finished 2nd in Rookie of the Year voting to Luis Gil. Coming up next, we are so excited to be talking to a 7-time cornhole champ.
Well, I can't wait to pick your brain, pal.
Guys, I am the manager of the Baltimore Orioles, but watch this.
Manager interviews are presented by Sage, the official finance software partner of Major League Baseball.
We are back on 30 Clubs in 15 days in Sarasota, Florida, where veteran offseason additions have been meshing with the abundance of young talent this spring, and O's skipper Brandon Hyde's job is to oversee it all. Time now for our manager interview presented by Sage. And Brandon, one thing that I love about this team is how great your guys are. How easy do they make your job?
Really easy. Our guys it's a special group of players that especially have come through the organization. The way they've drafted these really quality people, it's make my job so easy, and they're a fun group to be around. We're young. We've added some veteran guys this year. It's been a blast having them as well, but it's been a really easy clubhouse to manage the last few years.
On the culture, people who don't know how you ended up in this seat, prior World Series champion in Chicago, breaking the curse. I see a lot of similarities in what you guys have done here. You had the Bryants and the Baez, the young, talented group, but you also brought in the veteran mix, the Lackey, the Lesters, and David Ross, that helped mesh that together. What from that did you learn in trying to replicate here?
Yeah, we had 4 really fun years there, and Joe Madden
sent us home in 6 years.
Yeah, Joe Madden is somebody that I look up to, one of my idols, one of my close friends, and watched him closely for those years. And then also, with Theo, Jed, J-Mac, Randy Bush, Shiraz, these type of guys did over there in Chicago with getting that roster together and how they drafted, and like you said, the young talent that we had there, and supplement it with the amazing veteran guys and your boys, Lester,
it doesn't happen without
Lester
both.
and Lack and Dexter Fowler and Miguel Montero, and these just gamers around these young, really talented guys. And I think we've done, we've started doing that a couple of years ago, and that's continuing to grow. But the talent and how young our guys are with that group is very similar.
You're a country guy, but you also know your 90s hip hop. How much have you had to educate this young group on some of the songs that they need to know?
We try to play as much Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre as much as possible.
Okay, so when you win the World Series, are you going to drop it like Dave Roberts did with Ice Cube?
That was that's my childhood. Ice Cube playing basketball.
That's what DR said.
Oh my God, that was the coolest moment. I got chills watching that, just because how big, and my generation, especially from being from the West Coast, how big Ice Cube was, and him to do that in Dodger Stadium, so cool.
No, absolutely. Well, look, I can tell you this, Brandon, from what I see here and what I know you're about, it's not far for you guys to punch your ticket. Best of luck.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot. Thanks, Pete.
Hey, today was a good day.
Yeah.
Let's get it over to Sam, who has more with the Orioles' top prospects.
Thanks, Sierra. Let's take a look at the top 5 Orioles prospects. Obviously, this is an organization that has graduated a ton of top talent in recent years, but there's still a lot more coming. You look at their first-round picks in recent years: Vance Honeycutt out of UNC, Enrique Bradfield Jr., arguably the fastest player in all of the minor leagues. Chase McDermott dealt with a shoulder injury at the tail end of last year, is dealing with a lat strain here in camp. And then there are 2 top 100 prospects in Samuel Basayo, a left-handed hitting catcher with serious pop and plus arm strength from behind the plate, and the man who joins us now, Coby Mayo, another 70-grade slugger. Coby, thanks so much for joining us.
Of course.
We're getting you here at a time when you've got hits in 3 of your last 4 games, including one just yesterday against Devin Williams. What adjustments have you made as spring training has rolled along?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's the first time in a few months seeing live at-bats again, and it's been nice just to get out here and feeling fresh and just, ready for start to a new year. So, yeah, I'm just looking to, I got obviously some power, so I'm not trying to swing too hard because I think that's when I can kind of get into a little funk, but just trying to stay within myself and just put them out in the ball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and one of the storylines for you this spring is also on the defensive side, moving from third base to first base. You're still getting time at the hot corner, obviously. That's where you've played most of the time in your minor league career, but what discussions have you had with the Orioles about moving between the 2 corners of the infield?
Yeah, I think it's just staying fresh at both positions. I've been playing a lot of third, a lot of first, DH some to start the camp. But I feel good at both positions. Obviously, playing through the minor leagues the last 4 years, I've played majority at third, but I think they've done a good job at first the last probably year and a half, just introducing it and just really grinding with me every day and trying to feel as comfortable as I can when they put me over there in the games. I feel good at both spots, and I'm ready for both spots.
Coby, thanks so much for joining us. Good luck with the rest of your spring. Sending it right back to you, Sierra and Jake.
Thanks, Sam. Okay, PV, we have to go out with a bang, so I want your best and boldest prediction about the Orioles
I'm not sure how bold this is, but because of just the 60-game sample size that we have of Jackson Holliday and some of the talk, oh, is he going to pan out and be this guy? He absolutely is. It's going to be this year. Jackson Holliday is going to the All-Star game. This talent, this makeup is too good. He will be at the All-Star game, Midsummer's Classic. I'll see you there, Jackson.
Okay, so Jackson Holliday, All-Star nod. I am going to go with a guy we haven't seen since 2023, and that is Felix Bautista. He is lean, he is mean, he's trimmed up, he added the cutter to his arsenal. I'm betting on him to win reliever of the year. I'm also going to throw out a team prediction because I haven't done this the entire time we've been out here in Florida. So I am going to say that the Baltimore Orioles are not only going to win a playoff game, but they are going to win a playoff series. Mind you, that would be for the first time since 2014.
I like it. Look, this team is hungry, being put out, not winning a game the last few. Brandon Hyde, championship manager, we talked about. I like what you're saying.
Thank you so much for watching 30 Clubs in 15 days. For more of this content, log on to MLB.com.